warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. Chapter 64. From the Titan War, Clash of Weapons and the Fall of Time, the secret of the sickle, the question that must never be spoken. A weapon is not forged from fire, but from something that only reveals itself to those who've stood at the edge of burning. The old man had vanished into the shadows, yet his voice remained, lingering like smoke that refuses to leave the lungs. The three young Cyclopes stood silent, Brontes, Steropes, and Arges, frozen, as if the iron around them too was waiting for the answer. Moments passed, then came footsteps, old, slow, like the mountain itself had begun to breathe again. The old man returned. He carried nothing, but the weight in his eyes was heavier than anvils, and without looking at them, he said, "I did not return out of pity, but because the three of you, alone, dared to ask the one question no one ever asks." He sat on a black stone, staring into the embers as if reading from a book never written. They said nothing, but their eyes, three flames of grief, asked every question at once. And when the silence settled, the old man spoke, not as a storyteller, but as someone extracting fire from a chest sealed for centuries. He stared into the coals as if seeing faces no living being could see. Before Zeus was born, before Kronos had a name, there was someone who forged the weapon that broke time itself. Silence. Then he leaned closer and whispered, like a breath of ash, "That weapon was not a sword. It was something that cannot be repeated. That sickle was not melted from metal, not summoned from flame. It was made from something the eyes cannot see. A drop, a living drop. Not blood, not water, but something that pulses. A blind creature of essence that chooses who may wield it." Their eyes widened. Brontes, Steropes, Arges. One of them spoke, half ash, half flame. "What is it? Where did it come from?" The old man's voice slowed and sharpened. "It comes from the heart of Gaia, from where the earth sleeps and weeps without tears. A single drop from there can forge a weapon that cannot be broken, cannot be turned away, and does not belong to any time." He looked at them, long and deep, then said, "That sickle was not made by one hand, nor 1,000, nor even 100,000. I was one of those who forged it. We were 100,000 all striking the same stone, and we made nothing until the drop fell. And when it did, the hammer became a heart, the anvil became the sky, and the sickle became a curse that walks on two legs." He stepped back, as if sealing a forgotten verse of an ancient poem, then added, almost singing, "But if you seek the drop, descending won't be enough. The path is not a path. It is a wound. The earth will gasp fire, and every door behind you will close." He paused, then stepped close, each word burning like coal. "And when you reach the place, nothing will be given. Instead, you will be asked a question that cannot be spoken. cannot be written, cannot even be thought aloud. A question, if you do not know the answer, you will not die. You will be forgotten, forgotten by the earth, by time, by everything that might one day remember your name. The three raised their heads, but the old man had vanished again. Only his words remained, like the final hammer still echoing inside each of their chests. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.